I'm hearing your thoughts and your intellect are like daggers. They always meet the mark. There's something about you knowing how to bridge gaps. You know how to bridge the gap. When there's something missing, you know how to fill it. You know how to fill voids. Okay, you're really good at that. You're really good at seeing when something is wrong and what needs to go in that space that's missing, or that has a empty space. You know what to fill it with. This is a gift. If this doesn't resonate with you, it's just not for you. It's okay because it's a little specific. However, for whoever I'm speaking to, right? This is something that you already know about yourself. So this is more so of a confirmation than anything for you. And this has always been a gift of yours. You always have good ideas. So people tend to ask you what you think a lot about certain things, or about many things, really. And it's in different topics. It's not within like one area, because you're knowledgeable. You have a lot of knowledge in different ways, and the way that you think about things is always helpful in some way. Even if it sparks an idea that helps someone to change their mind about certain biases that they have. It's giving that you're a very open-minded person, and you just take people for who they are. And I'm hearing nothing really surprises you anymore, because you've experienced so much now and you've seen so much that you're just very accepting of circumstances, no matter if they're good or bad. It's this energy of it is what it is, and it's all required, regardless of how insane it may seem. It's just, you just have a very keen understanding, and you allow that way of being to work within you on a regular basis. People appreciate you for that. They appreciate you and how you are and how you conduct yourself, how you communicate. They appreciate this from you, and I'm hearing many people love to hear what you have to say. Okay, this is kind of like in alignment with the last reading in a way. It's almost like this is, because the last reading was more so of someone wanting to speak but being worried about other people's opinions of what they have to say, and not wanting to be rude, like someone having a lot to say but not wanting to be rude or be disrespectful in any way. But now this one is someone who is the opposite. Someone who is open, and maybe this could be for the last reading, stating that you were that way prior. In the last reading, you were closed off when it came to your speech, but now you're opening up again. When it comes to your throat chakra, you're opening up again, and now you are allowing yourself to exercise your speech and your communication skills, which is great, because if we don't communicate, how will we create? We have to communicate to create. I mean, not all the time, but to really seal the deal, eventually you do have to communicate something somehow. So I'm proud of you. Spirit is very proud of you for exercising one of your gifts. However, Spirit is saying you have many, but this is a very pertinent gift that you have to, or that you have found a way to get very comfortable with, or you're learning to. You're starting to allow yourself to communicate more, even though it's been difficult for you. Even for me, I had an issue with a blocked throat chakra for a long time. And that was because I was in a relationship where it was the individual was, I don't even want to call it overprotective. It was more so of like, because at first it came off overprotective, but then it came off like a little psychotic, a little like calm down, like accusing me of smiling too much or talking too nicely to the pizza man. It's like, what? we were talking about like grape soda or something. It was like, come on. And it got to the point where, okay, I don't want to argue, so I'm just gonna be quiet. And this was when I was younger. I was like, I'm gonna just chill because I don't have time for that. I ain't even trying to. And then I didn't realize that I was really affecting me. So I had to break myself out of that way of being, because I started to manipulate myself in order to accommodate the next person. So I know what this feels like, and I understand what you're going through. And I had to break that cycle for myself. I had to break those chains off of myself, because when you're someone who you desire peace and you desire love and happiness and mutual respect, there comes a point where you'll do anything for it. And many times anything consists of forgetting about yourself. And I've learned that that's not the best way. You can't forget about yourself to like stay comfortable, because sometimes certain situations, they are uncomfortable so that you can make a change. You're not supposed to just remain in that discomfort. And once I realized that through experience, like I told you, my life experience has taught me a lot, and me paying attention to things. Once I got a little older and I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm not as open as I used to be, because there was a time where I became a little closed off, and there's many instances in my life that made me cold. And that's not even me. That's not who I am. So I had to go on a journey in different areas of my life to find myself again. And I have now. But it took a lot of work, because I had to unravel all of those like webs that was trying to constrict me, confine me in a place, and box me up. And I realized that I can't do that to myself, because that's not even me. And it's more challenging when you go through these things as a younger individual, because you don't really know many things yet, because you haven't had enough experience yet. So over time, I began to see little things that I didn't like. And then I recognized that the reasons why this individual that was in my life, that I was in a relationship with, the reason why they acted that way is because they weren't as communicative as me. And then I'm like, oh, so this person wanted me to be more like them, but that wasn't me. When I was younger, I don't know why I'm going into all this, but it's coming to me, so I'm gonna just say it. I didn't like the person that was all rowdy and extra and want to be seen. That wasn't attractive to me. I was attracted to the person that was reserved and mysterious, and it made me want to know about them. However, in this case, the individual, because there's a specific person I'm talking about, they were reserved and mysterious, but it was because they had trauma. And I didn't know that, but I automatically had a liking to someone who was different and not acting like everybody else. So in this case, it was different, because it brought me to where I am now, really. So I'm thankful for the experience, even though it was rough and it was challenging to understand what was happening to me and what I was going through emotionally and, everything. But if I never met that person, things would have been different in many different ways. So, I just want you to know that you can. I did. Okay, because my throat chakra was blocked, and it was off the strength of me trying to appease someone else's feelings, because they were very jealous when it came to me. And I was confused at the time, thinking, oh, this person loves me that much where they don't want me to talk to anybody. Oh, that's sweet. Not even realizing that that's not sweet. That's a problem. There's some trouble in the water. And eventually, I was able to see that, but I just had to figure it out. And it got to the point where this person didn't want me to speak to my family, my friends. It got weird, and I was like, all right, this is a bit too much. But I was still moving around, still doing stuff, still going to school, still doing this, doing that. And every time it was like I had like someone pulling me backwards. This person wanted me not to move when I was ready to move. And I still moved, but there was always resistance, and it became so frustrating for me. And then eventually I put an end to it, finally, after years. I don't want you to go through that. If maybe some of you have already gone through years of it, but if this is like something that you're feeling now and it's new, please learn from me. Please. You just have to stop it. You just have to say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm going to do what I want to do and how I want to do it, because I know it's healthy. Because I started to recognize that the traits were not healthy. So I need to make sure that you all know when something is happening in your life, when it's not healthy, and allowing yourself to, don't go that way. If you know it's not healthy, it's not making you feel right, you feel like something's wrong, you feel off 99.9% of the time, and then the other 1%, or not even 1%, I guess it is. You don't feel like 1%. Whatever's left, basically. You are too busy worried about everything else but yourself. Like, I feel like that 1%, that little piece, you always have a little remnants of you in there when you go through traumatic experiences. There's always something inside of you that's like, no. So just listen to listen to your inner voice. That's your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. When your inner voice tells you no, then it's no, right? And don't fight against it, because that's your true feelings inside. That's truly your emotional state in that moment. And when you don't ignore your own feelings, you grow, and you're not stagnant. Okay? You're not stagnant. You'll grow. There'll be growth there. So Spirit just wants to make sure that you're in this space, and I feel as though many of you are now. So this may be like a journey thing, because it kind of like, it's in alignment with the last reading, but it's basically saying your thoughts hit the mark. Okay, maybe this is also giving, it's also giving this energy of you recognizing what blocked your throat chakra and what blocked your ability to communicate as you normally do, and you hit the mark. You know what it is. So now when you know what a problem is, you have so much more power over it, because it takes knowing what the problem is to fix it. And then once you know what the problem is, you go to the root and you uproot it, and it can't grow anymore. It has no roots. It's not grounded. It can't grow because you pull it from the root. And then it's over. Finally, it's over. However, in order for you to get to that space, it's always up to you. However, I feel as though many of you have gotten there, and it was very challenging for you. It really was. It was very challenging for you, and it has brought you to a place of deep understanding that no one can ever take away from you, because you experienced it. And this is why you're so powerful, because you actually learn from your experiences. You don't allow your experiences to run you. You run them. You tame them. You tame your inner beast. You tell it what to do. You don't let it tell you what to do. See, many people in society today, they allow their beast to control them. And they're not learning how to leash that beast and control it. Okay? But you have. And if you feel like you haven't, and you feel like you have like anger issues, or you just get mad and you don't even know why, it's okay, because we all go through phases and we all have to learn from them, right? So now it's about recognizing the problem and seeing why. Where is it coming from? If you would like to book a coaching call with me, you can. The link will be popping up here and there on the top of the video, okay? And then we can talk about it, and I can help you to see certain things that you may not see. Because there's always a solution to a problem. At least I believe that. The only way that there's not a solution is if the person that needs a solution is rejecting it. That's the only way that there's not a solution, if the person doesn't want to cooperate. So if you truly want a change in your life and you're ready for it, then it's time. And, you know, if you would allow me to speak to you to help you to see that, I would be happy to. Me and Spirit would be happy to speak to you. Okay? So let me know. Check the link above. I wanted to say below because it rhymed, but it's not below, it's up above. Well, actually, it's below too. It's in the description box, okay? And if you would like to donate to this channel, you can as well. I am accepting donations, okay? They're not expected, but they are accepted, okay? There goes my nose itching. This message must be in alignment with at least one of you. At least one. Okay, so what else, Spirit? Your thoughts hit markers, milestones. You have changed the game in your life because you started playing different. I just heard. You changed the game in your life because you started playing different. Yeah, that's what you did. So now you're winning. Regardless of if you feel like you're not, you are. Excuse me. When you change your ways and your ways of thinking, you change your environment, your circumstances. It's really about our thinking. It's all in our mind. Everything that we go through is really a mind game. It's really what it is. And when you really control yourself and you control your mind and you don't allow anybody else to do that for you, then that's when you know you have complete balance of yourself and you're comfortable within that balance within self. You're comfortable. Okay. Continue to be comfortable. Continue to feel graceful in this space because it's only going to elevate you and it's going to weed out the fake frauds that try to show up in your life and stick to you like glue. They don't belong there. They don't belong around you because your blessings are coming, and when your blessings arrive, they're not supposed to be there with you to reap your rewards with you because they're not really down for you, okay? Only those who respect you should be around you. Those who respect you, respect who you are, and just appreciate your presence. And I'm hearing you could tell if someone appreciates your presence by how they communicate with you and how they speak of you when you're not around and when you are around. That is their truth. Let me get a charm. This blue star has been coming out a lot. Let me get another one. Now it's a starfish. You're able to regenerate parts of you that have been missing in your younger years. You were able to regenerate. So if you felt like a shell of a person many times in your life in the past, now you're able to regenerate the goodness within you because you have awareness that you didn't have before. So now you can see things about you that you want to improve, and now is just the perfect time for you to improve those things and do it for you, okay? And when you do it for you, it's real. That's one thing. And also, those who truly love you and who are truly there for you, they'll be able to benefit from the change that you chose to make in your own life. So, yes, individuals in your life will benefit from your change. However, the change must be from your core. It must come directly from you. You never want to say you're changing just for someone else, because then it's not real, because it'll be easier for you to go back and revert back to what you were doing that you are not really happy with. But when you don't take accountability and ownership of it, then it's quicker for you to have a reason to let it go. So when you're ready to change, do it for you. And then it's real. Okay? All right, my loves. I think that's all I have for you. Everything you do, do it with love. Always remember that the creator is in you and the magic is too, because you're magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video.